Digital marketing. Very easy. All you have to do is make a few ads, post them on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, maybe TikTok, and then customers start flowing in. Lot of action. Correct? In fact, this is exactly what majority of the marketers think that. If you look at the Indian landscape, Indian companies spend close to $2 billion, which is 16,000 crores on various things related to digital marketing. And in my experience, unfortunately, I would say 90% of them do not see ROI from this particular spend. So the question is, why does this happen? Companies typically do two mistakes. One is they treat digital marketing separately from traditional marketing. So there is a separate digital marketing department and there is a separate traditional marketing department. That's not a good idea in a world where customers are seamlessly moving between both digital and traditional channels. The second mistake that companies do is, even if they understand that the world has merged, they do not have a set strategy and they do not have a good measurement system. In our program, we make sure that our MBA graduates walk out with a full comprehension of what exactly is good digital marketing. For that purpose, we have done two very important things. One, I would say this is one of the few MBA programs where there are two levels of digital marketing courses. In the first year, you go through a common digital marketing basics course. The idea of this course is to go through the different platforms that are available. What are the different things that you need to do from an advertising perspective, from a social media perspective, content creation perspective, and so on. As the MBA graduates move to the second year, they have a digital strategy course. Now, if you ask me, what exactly does it mean by digital strategy? If you look at good companies today, digital marketing is done in three distinct steps. The first is to build a coherent strategy. Now, what does that mean? It means having a good understanding of the customers, having a good idea of how they purchase products and services, and then subsequently create a strategy with the right touch points and channels to target those customers. The second layer of a good digital marketing strategy is understanding digital marketing operations. Once you have a good strategy, how do you execute? In this, there is a very interesting concept that comes into picture, which is called conversion rate optimization. What exactly is conversion rate optimization? It is basically about understanding, now that I am executing my strategy, what are the best ways in which I can keep improving the outcome? I can improve my conversions, I can improve my ROI. And then the third and the most important step in digital marketing, in fact, nothing in marketing works, is basically about analytics, which is how do you improve your marketing strategy by looking at continuous flow of data and making sure that you improve on what exactly is going on right now. So, how do we do all of this in the classroom? For example, the digital marketing strategy course that I teach, there are 2-3 methods that we use. Method 1 is real-time data. For example, for conversion rate optimization, we use an actual data set from an e-commerce company and try and improve the marketing strategy for the company. We also go through a lot of digital marketing case studies where companies have developed strategies and executed strategies, and then now is time to look at how to improve those strategies. And the third, and probably one of the most interesting things that we do in this class, is we do a simulation. Now, what exactly is a digital marketing simulation? Students form teams and then they form companies that are playing in the real market by executing a digital marketing strategy with the ultimate goal of both building a strategy as well as achieving sales. So the ultimate winner of the game is the team that achieves the best strategy at the lowest price, so that ultimately their what is called as ROAS, which is return on advertising spend, is the maximum. All of these activities are an important part of a very unique MBA specialization that we have, which we call digital business. The fundamental idea of the digital business program or specialization is every MBA graduate that is walking out of our university should have a full comprehension of how technology and digital are applied in the business domain. So without wasting too much time, I would like to pass it on to my other colleagues who will explain various aspects of digital business so that you get a good comprehension of how our program is crafted. Thank you.
I'm Rajesh Gaurav. I'm a professor of practice at Mahindra University. I teach our MBA students a course on marketing analytics. So as I bring in a lot of industry experience, I have done databases, data science and analytics consulting for various clients. So I try to bring in some of my industry experience into this course, and I try to bridge the gap between theory and practice. So my focus is to train our students to become managers who can look at a lot of raw data and take some insightful decisions based on that. So we learn a lot of techniques here, such as customer analytics, customer segmentation, customer lifetime value, and moving on to different techniques such as campaign optimization and pricing optimization, etc. Finding out which of our channels are working, which are not working. So techniques such as attribution analysis, attribution modeling. So these are some of the techniques and tools and techniques we cover, but the focus is to arrive at decisions which make sense based on data, not just the techniques. So that's my course on marketing analytics.
My name is Sumit Saxena. I'm a faculty here at School of Management at Mahindra University. I have done my PhD from Indian Institute of Technology, Ropar, and I have taught in several business schools before, nursing in 5 business schools. And I'll tell this, I like the business school really, and the way the resources are here. I'll say this is the best of the resources they have in terms of journals, repositories, cases and all. And I had a short stint of experience in industry as well. So I have worked in Johnson & Johnson Consumer Division. So I particularly teach 2 subjects over here, like principles of e-commerce and B2B marketing. So B2B marketing is really very exciting. When I taught this in MBA classrooms, like we found the students are really interested about this subject. And the last few years, if you see, the trend is also going in this direction. A lot of B2C brands has jumped into B2B market because of the lucrative traction in this industry, whether you talk about Adobe or whether you talk about Microsoft offering server or security services and all, because of the bigger size of the market and the traction. But still, the exciting thing is here, the concepts remain same, but still the style and the tactics varies a lot compared to B2C market. So like the way we kind of do mass appealing or promotions in the B2C market doesn't work over here. You have to be very focused because the clients these are very high stakeholder clients, and you have to focus on content management. You have to work on a lot of white papers, and you have to work on like fetching them on the LinkedIn and other account management strategies, we say. And we learned these all with the help of real practical examples and all. So we have a lot of industry interactions in the classroom where the people from different sectors, maybe FMCG, retail, metallurgy industry, every industry we call them and they share their experiences. So that is how we actually like club or blend this subject with both theory and practice over here. And the students are really active. The environment is really good, if you see. So we are really rubbing our shoulders with some of the top business schools in India, and I'm very optimistic about this learning environment.